Okay. Can everybody calm down? This is a second chance review. There's nobody on this side of the room, but still, I'm looking around for dramatic effect. No. Anyways, we're gonna. I wish I could sit in this chair, by the way. Oh. Okay. It was saying I couldn't because I'm in combat. Also, use throne is in my face. Great. Can I? Is there a way to get rid of that? This has already gone to hell. Anyways, we're going to give Skyrim, and especially the remaster, a second chance. Can it redeem itself? Who will win? Wait a minute. This isn't that kind of battle. Anyways, we're going to give Skyrim a second chance review. I watched recently a video on Skyrim, the guy who does, I can't remember his name, he does all the, like, is it as good as he remembers? Okay, there must be a way to turn off your, your HUD. I'm not seeing it. Wait a minute. HUD capacity. There we go. Okay, there we go. There. Can make it feel movie-like in its quality. Anyways, nice throne, by the way. So this is my character, Tamarian. I love his design. I love how he came out, the Dark Brotherhood suit combined with the sword that I have. And the design to his face just goes together really good. I love it. It's very colorful, but also very dark at the same time. But anyways, and I just love the name Tamarian. It's kind of like my name, but lengthened. And it feels more like it fits into, like, being a kind of Elder Scrolls name. I mean, there's already Tamriel. Anyways, let's get into Skyrim, the remaster. So, I want to start off by saying, so the guy said shallow experience. I'm not going to deny that. For me, this is the game I play the most okay. This is the game I play the most, and I want to get to a couple of problems I do have with this game, to be honest. First off, there are glitches. It's kind of hard to play a Skyrim game without glitches. And like I said for my Resident Evil 2 video, I think this is hit a little harder with its microtransactions, but you don't necessarily need them. Once again, is the Creation Club. I hate the Creation Club. There's a couple of cool things, especially recently, that kind of feel like they're inspired by the Shivering Isles. Otherwise, just stick to mods. It's cool that mods are here, and it makes the experience all the better. But without the mods, we're going to talk about the game as it is. By the way, I've killed practically this entire town, so that's why everybody's after me. So, also I kind of cheated and used a glitch you can do to get multiple followers. So I have like Cicero and 2 Dark Brotherhood followers. The Dark Brotherhood's very handy, and of course I got this guy from one of the DLCs, and my main follower, the crud is he, by the way, Dirkethus, if I can find him. Oh, there he is. Hi. I forgot you're wearing the stinking dragon scale armor, so you kinda blend in, actually. This game's very gray, but this game can be very colorful and beautiful. It's probably more so in the... Oh no, an arrow! Hopefully not to the knee. But I love the character creation in this game. This game still looks good compared to most... I love the art style. I think Morrowind has my favorite art style, and it's probably got the more alien-like world, and I will be playing and talking about that game in the future. And I will do a second chance review for that too. But I still love the Nordic appeal to this game. Let's actually, you know what? I want to stinking have it all sunny out instead of dark. But yeah, I still love this game. There's still a lot to do. There's a lot of fun to be had. Experimentation, especially with different builds. I find it fun. You know what? I want to talk about some of the UI. I think, while it's not the... Let's level this up. While it's not the best and most in-depth compared to other like the upgrading systems and leveling systems of previous Elder Scrolls, it's still really nice just to look at in its design. It still feels like it feels like it actually makes you feel more powerful. And that is a good thing. There are some of the problems I do think that people have the right to bring out. We're gonna do this one. And actually I'll put another one into, because I think I want to focus on lighter armor. Yeah, there's enough going on here to entertain you with all the content this game has to provide. It's still got plenty of variety to it, both in the enemies and the locations. I don't think there's any two dungeons that are exactly the same. There's some that are similar, but a lot of the time you're still going to have some really cool places. Even some of the locations people really hate. And I find also I want to say I find the guilds more fun to deal with than they were in Oblivion. I found, and I'm always surprised, straight up Irish's favorite guild is the Stinking Mage. Oh! I love how there's like stronger, more and different type of enemies the more you level up. Okay, they just got completely annihilated. And there's quite a lot of levels in this game. Like, I want to take one thing, for example, now I'm thinking about it now. Take the Argonians and the Khajiit, for example. I love their design in this game. Oh. Technibbit. In this game better than I did the previous couple games. How about you... Screw you. Kill him. Kill him now. Do it. But I absolutely still fall in love with this game. I love its environments. I love the world that it crafts. I'm sorry, but the Mages Guild in Oblivion is absolute garbage. Yeah, it's just my personal opinion, though. But I always find it weird that straight up Irish, even with his explanations of it, I find the Mages Guild may not be as in-depth, but when they want you to use magic for something, they actually do that in parts of the Mages Guild in this, even though it's not, there's not much to go off of, and it's not for that long. At least you're doing something, and the magic is very experimental and fun. And I'm not saying that Oblivion's isn't the same, but when they do need you to do magic, it's for one of the most annoying puzzles and segments in the entire game. I found the thieves in the Dark Brotherhood much better in Oblivion. I still enjoy the thieves and Brotherhood in this one, but they're a little less so. What is with all the trolls now? To be honest, my mods are turned off right now, if you're wondering. And yes, I got all the sticking trophies for this game on my PS4, and I've got pretty much all the achievements as well for Xbox. So that's cool. But I haven't gotten anything for PC, and I do have this game for PC. Yeah, this game still looks fantastic. I love the music. I love the actors are still great. There are a lot of actors you will be able to tell are the same guy voicing them, which is hilarious. But yeah, I love this game. It's still got enough depth to it and variety to keep you playing. Oh wow. Hello, Solitude. Jeez. I didn't know I was already here. Let's go then. Anyways, it may not be the best looking in comparison to others, and there are ways to make it look better, but those are with mods, and we're not going to give more credit just because of mods, but I will say that the fact that the console versions can now have mods is pretty cool. But the Creation Club kind of takes away from that and makes it kind of dumb. So that is annoying. Yeah, it's not a perfect game. It's still got problems, but I find myself still having fun. That is me personally. I can see this is the kind of the same situation that I talk about with games like Bloodborne or Dark Souls. The game isn't always going to be for everyone. I have friends who don't like Skyrim, that can't get into it. Matter of fact, they can't get into any of the Elder Scrolls, to be honest. But one of my friends who can't get into Skyrim does like Morrowind, though he liked Morrowind before he even really gave it too much playtime, or enough playtime to say. He just kind of went off of the popular viewpoint right off the bat. But he has played it more recently, and he still kind of goes with what he had to say. So, and originally I loved Morrowind so much more than Skyrim. I had a friend back in the day that this is just kind of turned into me telling stories of my past now, but I loved Skyrim still. But I had a friend, and I'm saying but a lot, I'm sorry, B-U-T-T, I mean B-U-T. When it comes to Skyrim, I defended Morrowind once. One of my friends, who is no longer a friend, he was a jerk at the time. I'm not going to say any gamer tag, though, or name. But he argued that Skyrim was the best Elder Scrolls game of all time. And I was like, Morrowind? Even the fans can agree with that. And he just went on a giant rant and was an absolute rude jerk to me for no reason, but I still stood up for Morrowind. I still remember that day. Nowadays, I do like more Skyrim a little bit more than I used to. I don't know if I think it's on the same level as Morrowind. Morrowind's the kind of game that I go into if I want a really good, like, story and an RPG experience. Skyrim is fun. Skyrim is for dumb fun most of the time. It's still dumb, but it's fun dumb. Dumb fun. Shut up. But yeah, I still love this game. There's still some iconic, memorable moments. I don't find Alduin's boss a big deal, as well, a big problem, because you technically fight him twice, and I still like both times you fight him. He's still an impressive villain, nonetheless. He's not the best villain, but he's still pretty cool. I can't remember what reviewers were talking about, how underwhelming he was. He was pretty easy, but he's not easy, especially in the first battle, where he's giving his all and he's at his most powerful state, and you're fighting alongside Mario, I mean Parthenax. And that's just such a cool moment. And then the moment where you're fighting him in, is it Sovngarde? Yes, listener. Is such a cool moment, and it's more like for like eye candy moment rather than, oh, this boss battle's supposed to be really, really good or anything like that due to certain mechanics and such. No, it's just a really visually pleasing boss arena. It's a really cool moment in the story. I loved it. I don't think the game ends too much on a kind of like, I can't remember who said this either. Somebody talked about how the ending kind of just like cuts off. It's like, all right, we killed him, we're done. There wasn't more to it, but there is a little bit more to it. You go back to Parthenax, you have a decision with him. You can go back to like the Greybeards and such. You're still fighting for the Stormcloaks or the Imperials or whatever. What side you're going to take. There's still stuff going on in the ending, and not every there are other games that have a very similar way in how they end, like this one does, where it just kind of cuts off like in the middle of a big set piece or segment that may be going on. I love that you can have your own houses, though that is DLC. The DLCs come with it, this version free, which is great. At the time, I don't think they were, but they're still worth it and give you tons of content nonetheless. There are some glitches that were originally fixed that people wanted back in the game, like the giant glitch where you slam their club down on you and it goes skyrocketing into the air. But that's such an iconic thing to this. There's so many lines that are memorable to Skyrim as well, like the arrow to the knee, even though a lot of them have been memed. Probably are really more annoying, kind of like hearing the Frozen song over and over again. It's like you're probably annoyed by it at this point, but I still love a lot of them, and it doesn't mean it's a bad thing, because the Frozen song is also not a bad song. You just heard it too much. So it's kind of the same thing with a lot of the stuff of Skyrim, and you're not always going to agree with me. That's fine. This is subjective, all of it. Take it as just my subjective personal opinions. Pretty much everything that you take as that. Wait a minute, I killed everybody that was stinking with you. You know, when you attacked me up there somewhere. It's like up there in that tower. Where are your friends? Dink. Shut up. But this world still feels alive enough. It's interesting, it's unique in its designs. Yeah, I still love Skyrim. I'm not going to say it's a perfect game, I'm not going to say it's the best game ever. It is a confident and still a great look back on Bethesda's work of the past. Sadly, Bethesda isn't as good, and I have a feeling Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be absolute trash. I do have to say loading screens take forever. That is another problem I have to give, but at least there's like something going on that you can do in the loading screens, so I like that, and even Nakey Jakey touched on some of that stuff. So I'm going to probably reference tons of different YouTubers, even if I can't remember their names. But yeah, I don't know. This game just has a spot in my heart, and you know me, I give different ratings, multiple different ratings, so I have my personal, my audience recommendation. Also tell me what you would rate this. Maybe it's not your kind of game, as I was saying. So, yeah. And it's probably going to be the same for a lot. A lot of people have different opinions, a lot of people have different viewpoints of stuff, and I'm sure yours is going to be different too. There's no doubt about it. Or maybe the same. I don't know. It's unpredictable there. But anyways, my personal rating for this game, I definitely see more of the problems nowadays, and I probably would have rated this a 9, but I have to say an 8.5 out of 10 for my personal rating. For a... I always kind of like the story, even the story, though the story is very linear and there's not much else to it, it kind of feels like that, like Lord of the Rings journey. And the Lord of the Rings has its kind of, its story that is just a linear path, for the most part. It could change here and there, but it's a linear path story, Lord of the Rings, but you still love it. And it is simple to a degree with a lot of things too. Like, they found a ring from a Dark Lord, they have to return it, throw it in the fire, Mount Doom. That's it. It's all the stuff that goes on in between that's just a spectacle to behold for the eyes. It's eye candy, it's immersive, it's awesome. It's the same thing I think of this game. Even if you you can't make your own journey, but you kind of can do that stuff, straying to the side and getting interested in little things here and there. But it's still great. Audience recommendation 8. Solid 8. I think, like, if I saw a critic review this, or nowadays, I think it would have to be, or like a more realistic rating, probably an 8.3 out of 10. So that's about it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. When you do subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Keep up to date. Bye.